Welcome to episode 4 of Monday Night Bores. I'm Lowblow, and with me today are Clean Gene.
Hello.
And Sid Lectro.
Hey, yo.
Wow. We just watched September 1995 In Your House in Clean Gene's apartment. And I'm going to continue doing that joke. So, let's start us off. Sid Lectro, where did we begin?
Well, the first thing to know is that for the first time since this podcast has started watching Raw, we finally see Jim Ross.
That's
He's
right.
one of 3 announcers, along with Jerry the King Lawler and Vince McMahon.
Yeah, that was quite the surprise.
So we kick things off with a match between Savio Vega and Waylon Mercy.
This was the debut of Waylon Mercy.
Right.
Was it really the debut?
Yes.
Oh, they showed some clips prior of, I guess, his pre-debut promos.
Yep.
He squishes a worm, an earthworm, and generally acting like a creepy asshole.
I don't like wrestlers touching me, and I definitely don't want them crawling on me. And if they do so, I'll tell you what's going to happen. They're going to get smushed just like this worm. You know what I mean?
So he was based on a Robert De Niro character from the remake of Cape Fear.
Yeah, I remember that vaguely. Casey something maybe is the character's name. Yeah, I didn't get that specifically from that. He just seemed like a creepy guy in Hawaiian shirt and white slacks.
And then he later became the basis for the current Bray Wyatt character.
Yeah, these guys were giving me a whole bunch of heat for saying, oh man, Lowblow must really like this guy because he's just like Bray Wyatt. And I was like, fuck you guys, I like creepy characters, what's up? And then we looked it up, and yeah, Bray Wyatt's inspiration for the character was directly from Waylon Mercy. So there's the obvious link, and yeah, they're right, whatever. Rub it in, guys, rub it in.
Rub it in, rub it all over.
So this was a very bad match. Waylon Mercy is horrible
Yeah.
in the ring.
Yeah, he's not great on the ring, not great on the mic. He was just a creepy asshole, but couldn't really back it up.
And I guess he was workout buddies with Scott Hall. Is that right? That's how he
I think that's right, yeah. A lot of like weak hits.
Yeah.
Apparently he had a lot of injuries.
Yeah, he wasn't like a wrestler by trade, I assume. I just assume that. And I don't imagine we see much of Waylon Jennings later on, but we might.
Waylon Jennings.
Waylon
Mercy.
Waylon Mercy.
Waylon Jennings we hear a lot of, I guess.
So
You know,
yeah,
Waylon Jennings
That's
killed
right.
Buddy Holly. It's a true story.
Waylon
I ran
Mercy-
into him at a Halloween party once.
Waylon Mercy lost his debut match, so I don't know how much more we're gonna
Yeah.
see of this guy.
I think the most notable thing in this match, besides how bad it was, and even that was kind of unremarkable, was seeing a young and molded Mike Chioda riff.
Oh yeah, he's got quite the business up front, party in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next up we have a match between Sid Vicious and Henry Godwin.
Oh, Godwin is, later goes on to be known as, probably more likely to be recognized as, likely to be stopped by the police
You're
as.
incorrect.
Who? Go ahead.
His tag team partner later became Midian, but not this guy.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
That's right. Yeah.
My bad.
Henry Godwin's the slop guy.
Oh, he's not known
Yes,
as anything.
Is Henry O. Godwin.
You should have just said
Initials-
stupid redneck
Initials
character.
spelled out Hog.
Yeah.
And then his partner was Phineas something Godwin.
Oh.
And his initials spelled out Pig.
Yeah, okay. And he comes out as Minion. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I got that fucked up. So,
Hog v. Sid Vicious.
Hog v. Sid
Or
Vicious
Psycho Sid.
versus Psycho Sid. How'd this go, guys?
Another bad match.
Yeah.
Sid won.
Uh,
DiBiase interfered to get Sid the power bomb and the win. And after the match,
Oh yes, this is where they recap that I guess Hog and DiBiase had an ongoing feud concerning Hog splashing DiBiase with a bucket of slop, because I guess that's his gimmick. He bloodbaths them with the slop.
Yeah, well, it's hogs, so what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Slot people.
Oh, rape them, Deliverance style, make them squeal like a piggy.
Well, we're not in the attitude era.
Oh, not yet. Don't think that doesn't happen later on, I'm sure.
So both Sid and DiBiase wanted to slop Godwin, so they were arguing over who was going to get to throw the slop on him. And at this time, Bam Bam Bigelow ran out, but
Comma.
the Godfather made the save.
Oh, wait, no. Comma made the
Maybe
save.
it's
Yeah.
clean name.
Comma made the save. They
I'm sorry.
they set it up where they're gonna slop him.
So yeah, Kama's holding Bigelow,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna slop him. But then Godwin comes from behind, grabs the bucket, and throws it on DiBiase's head.
And DiBiase's got a bucket on his head.
He's yelling. He's mad.
He's wailing.
He's wailing for some mercy.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. So there's an ongoing situation. So I guess early on they released either in a press release or via their hotline that Owen Hart, his wife, was having birth to their second child and would not be attending the show. So he was absent, and they're doing promos and backstage vignettes indicating Gorilla Monsoon is anxious to have the match go on without Owen Hart.
Tells Jim Cornette he needs to find a partner for Yokozuna.
Yeah.
Or Yokozuna will have to compete in the match by himself.
Yep. And you see them, I think this is the first instance where you see him backstage teasing that they're looking at maybe Sid Vicious. Hey Sid, you want to tag with Yokozuna for the thing? And they cut away.
Next up we got the British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith against Bam Bam Bigelow.
And this is another match that was subpar. It's unfortunate because Davey Boy Smith was definitely doing well. I thought on his own, Bam Bam goes on to continue his career, but I mean, this match was not his best.
Yeah, below average match. Bulldog wins with a power slam.
Well, after a second attempt, it looked like Bam Bam couldn't quite balance the first time, and Davey Boy Smith was like, fuck it, I'm going to do it a second time. So, that's what it appeared to be, right? Because he did it twice.
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't get him to do that posted suplex, so... And you really need a whole lot of cooperation when you do that suplex, because it's, yeah.
Next up, we got Bob Backlund in the ring.
Oh!
He did a really bad promo about how uneducated the crowd is.
I thought it was a great promo.
Yeah, it was a
I
good...
love Bob Backlund. I think he's great.
It was a good promo. Come on.
I mean, it's bad, but in a great way.
Yeah, it's
I'll
super
give you
cheesy.
that.
So Backlund acts as Dean Douglas's ring announcer, calls him out to the ring, and then Dean Douglas acts as Razor Ramon's ring announcer. Yep.
Yeah.
So another
It was
not good match.
Well, I disagree. I thought it was okay. It was
I don't
okay.
think it was okay.
It was okay, and I think the reason why you guys are saying it's not okay is because you realize later on, I guess behind the scenes, Razor Ramon had said, based on this match.
No, there was a
No,
lot of
because,
stuff in this match, especially at the end. That roll up.
The roll up was,
like,
but he grabs the
so-
tights. It looks
I went
legit.
in, hearing the backstory of Razor Ramon telling management that Dean Douglas sucks and
Not to push
basically
him.
burying him. I was like, well, that's fucked up. But then, so giving Douglas like the benefit of the doubt, and like watching the match, I don't think Douglas is that great.
Well, I can concede that Douglas is not that great in this match, but I mean, there are a couple things that he could have been on the ball about that he wasn't, and I do kind of consider this to be an asshole move by Scott Hall because he was doing okay. It was an okay match. It wasn't the best.
Oh,
It might have actually been the best match tonight. Was it the best match? We haven't.
No.
No, we haven't gotten.
Match was
Oh yeah, that's right. We haven't gotten there yet.
So yeah, for those that don't know,
This is second best.
Story that they're referencing is Dean Douglas at this time was set up for a big push. He was going to be feuding with Shawn Michaels for the Intercontinental title. But after this match, Scott Hall, also known as Razor Ramon, went to management and stated that Dean Douglas could not hang in the ring, didn't know what he was doing, and should not be up for a push like that.
He came in with the reputation as being great. And my role as Razor was, I always say it was like being Tito Santana. I was upper middle babyface. If you went through me, you would work with Kev or Shawn Michaels. If you couldn't have a good match with me, you went down. And he came in, and I'm thinking, well, I could just do with him the stuff I did with Shawn, because he's kind of the same size, probably the same kind of athlete. No, not near. He's slow, he's heavy. I think he's so overrated.
Arguable, I suppose, because he was not the greatest of wrestlers at this time, I guess. At least judging from this match. This is the first time we've seen him really wrestle, right?
Yeah, I believe this was actually his debut in the ring.
Yeah, and it was probably...
In WWF.
Yeah, I think it was probably premature to say, oh, he can't wrestle. Because even though the match with Razor was not the best match, Razor is probably an above-average wrestler, and this was definitely better than the main event in any case, so I say kind of...
The main event was better.
I agree.
What? You guys are crazy.
So yeah, Dean Douglas wins.
It's a very botched roll.
Razor Ramon hit the Razor's Edge on Dean Douglas. Referee was distracted by Backlund, so he did not count the pin. 1, 2, 3 Kid runs out, counts the pin. Razor Ramon gets up, thinks he won the match. Sees 1, 2, 3 Kids in the ring, and he's the one that counted instead of the ref.
Yeah.
Gets very angry, violently throws 1, 2, 3 Kid out of the ring. Looked very brutal.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, it was good for conveying what needed to be conveyed.
And then Dean Douglas went for a very, very sloppy roll-up and got the pin.
Well, it was sloppy, but I mean, he grabs the tights and it makes it look like it was a cheap roll-up to a certain extent.
It looked like he just didn't execute it right.
No, I'm sure he didn't execute it right, but he grabs the tights and it looks like a crooked win, and I think that's ultimately what they wanted out of this match anyway, was to make it look like, oh, hey, he wasn't beat legit. So,
I mean, so that's what like a roll-up maybe normally tries to establish, and maybe it still works on some level. I'm just saying, like, the execution was bad on his part. Like, it was a technically bad roll-up.
Yeah, it was short of a clean roll-up, but again, the idea that if he rolled him up clean, it would be less of a...
I don't think you understand.
What are you trying to say?
It has nothing to do with playing dirty. It has to do with he didn't do it well.
It looked very bad.
Yeah, it looked bad.
No, it didn't look dirty. It looked bad.
It looked bad, and he grabs the guy's tights. So, I mean, it looked sloppy and bad, which is fine for what it needed to be.
I don't think it's fine at all.
For what it needed to be.
Sloppy and bad.
For what it needed to be. The idea being is he didn't beat him clean. If he doesn't execute the maneuver entirely correctly and he grabs his tights, that's fine.
I think you're giving too much credit to Dean Douglas. I think it was just a bad roll-up.
Yeah.
On his part.
Well, yeah. I guess if you were to say that, oh, he should have won the match.
It was sloppy.
It was poorly executed.
Yeah, it was definitely fumbling to get the roll-up. Yes, I understand that. My point being is, if you were trying to establish that Dean Douglas is an inferior wrestler to Razor Ramon, either way, either work or shoot, it still works for what it needs to do, which is establish that Razor Ramon is a better wrestler, right? And that he didn't deserve to win.
This sloppy roll-up was not done on purpose.
Of course it wasn't done on purpose, but my point being is he didn't deserve the win, and that's what the whole point of the match was.
That's the point of the interference and the Razor Ramon.
Yes, it was the point of the whole match. It was the point of the whole match.
The cheap win.
Yes.
But that doesn't excuse the fact that it was done.
I think it excuses it because it furthers the narrative that he didn't deserve to win.
I don't agree with that at all.
With that.
Okay, well, you guys are idiots. Whatever. Continue. What happens next?
We recast Lowblow.
Continue, please.
Next up, we've got the best match of the night: Bret Hart and the French Pirate.
Captain Crook against Captain Crunch.
This was the best match of the night, and Sid Lectro now is the one on the off side of this dispute because he has a raging anti-boner against Bret Hart, but we're fine with that.
Why do you hate Canadians?
Yeah, what is?
I love Bret. Not Bret. I love Owen Hart.
Yeah, you don't love Bret.
The other Hart.
You don't like Bret Hart. That's
I
fine.
don't know, like, Bret Hart's a good wrestler. I just think he's lame.
Yeah, he is lame.
Okay, so this was, like I said, the best match of the night, in my opinion. Bret Hart is always great in the ring.
Yeah.
Never been a fan of his promos. Really
Nope.
dry, boring, kind of generic,
Yep.
but always great in the ring. So this was pretty back and forth match. They both looked strong overall.
Yeah. There's some really nasty bumps. I mean, technically good, but they look devastating.
Yeah, there was one where the Pirates went for a dive outside of the ring.
Completely missed.
Bret Hart just stepped aside and he did a straight back bump outside of the ring. That was pretty brutal.
Yeah. So for people who don't know, the wrestling ring is kind of designed to give a lot of give. It's not entirely a trampoline per se, but I mean, it absorbs some of the shock. On the outside, even padded or not padded, is almost the same because there's next to no give. So it just fucking sucks. But yeah, he took it like a champ. I was quite impressed with that bump, and several others throughout this match.
They did a spot where Hart went for the sharpshooter and could not get it on the Pirate. Pirate powered out of it and reversed it. So again, making him look pretty strong.
Yeah. They did a lot in this match to make the Pirate look good.
Eventually, Bret Hart does get the sharpshooter on the Pirate in kind of an awkward spot where they're both laying on the ground and Hart just kind of tangles up his legs and gets the sharpshooter on. So I think they were going for the story of Bret could not get the sharpshooter on him in the traditional manner that he does.
He had to bump it up a level to get the Pirate.
Yeah. So again, making him look strong, which I think Bret Hart was always good at doing, is making his opponents look strong.
Yeah.
Even in a win.
And that was the end of the match. The match ends with the Pirate losing and Bret Hart getting his jacket back because it's all about a jacket.
The jacket that his mother made for him.
Yeah.
We had kind of a lame storyline where in fact, it may be my lamest pro wrestling storyline. You know, he stole my ring jacket and everything. Why don't I just go buy another one, you know? You assume in wrestling world that I just call up somebody and get another one, you know, but anyway, the whole story is tied around him stealing my jacket and me crying about that, which was pathetic. And I ended up fighting him and beating him and won my damn jacket back. You know, the pair of feet, the gimmick wasn't such a great gimmick, but the wrestler that he was, he took a lot of pride in his work. He really wanted to have a great match with me.
You know, coincidentally, the jacket does look like something a pirate would wear. I think it actually probably looked better on the Pirate just because it went with his motif. And we had a discussion about whether or not this was the best match of the night.
I believe it was.
As do I.
Sid?
I guess looking back on the card, I'm going to backpedal because this is not good pay-per-view.
Okay.
It's kind of a bad card.
So it is the best match now?
I guess.
What an asshole. Okay, fine.
I mean, I don't know what else would be the best match.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it was just a good match in general. I mean, one of the better matches we've seen throughout.
I think this is probably the best match we've seen.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's close to it. I think the Johnny B. Bad and the Pillman match was really good too.
I would say that's second best.
Yeah,
This
I'd
is
say
what we
they're.
had the argument about.
Yeah, this is what we had the argument about, and I think they're both very good matches, and they're good in their own different ways, and they outshine everything else.
Alright, so next up we had the main event, but before that, we get Jim Cornette deciding that Yokozuna's partner will be the British Bulldog.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. British Bulldog's match earlier that kind of sucked. Conceivably sucked because Bulldog was not pulling out all the stops for that match. He is going to wrestle again, and we would not have anticipated that, so that's probably why.
So that sets up two dudes with attitudes, Diesel and Shawn Michaels, against the British Bulldog and Yokozuna in the triple header match. So again, all titles are on the line. Diesel is the world champion, Shawn Michaels the Intercontinental, and on this night, the Bulldog and Yokozuna are tag team champions.
Right.
So if either Diesel or Shawn Michaels gets the pin, they become the tag team champions. And if either Bulldog or Yokozuna pin Shawn Michaels or Diesel, they get their title.
And predictably, This match was okay.
Pretty much a one-man show. Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Trying to put on a good match. I wouldn't say it was a good match.
No.
Okay.
Better than the one on Raw, obviously, just by not having Mabel and Mo.
Yeah, definitely better than that match. I would say that's probably the second best match on the pay-per-view, even with the kind of screw job finish at the end.
Yeah, it had some of that, I recall. Was there something specific to that, or?
So yeah, at the end of the match, Owen Hart makes a run in.
Oh yes.
Quickly gets power bomb.
That's the big surprise that Owen.
Diesel.
Yeah, that the announcement earlier that Owen Hart's wife having birth was not true, and that he was actually at the show all along. Surprise! He comes out and he tries to interfere and gets pinned.
So they pin Owen for the win, and now Diesel and Shawn Michaels are the tag team champions, even though Owen was not officially in the match.
Spoilers.
No spoiler.
Well, kind of is.
What's that?
They announced that they were the winners. There was no sort of second guessing it until next night.
You didn't say anything about that.
He was not officially in the match.
He was not officially in the match, and not the legal man in the match. So yeah.
Something that we did while we were watching it without knowing.
So that was In Your House. What do you guys think overall?
So there was some discussions about whether, comparing this to Fall Brawl, there seemed to be some dispute over whether or not this was better or worse because of WCW, even though it is bad, is almost to the point where it's more entertaining for being bad.
So, we lay it out. On one hand, we have Fall Brawl, best match being Johnny B. Bad versus Brian Pillman.
Yes.
We have In Your House, best match being
Pirate, Lafitte, and then Lafitte.
right, Pirate versus Bret Hart. So
Best.
I think WCW best match was better, but you guys outvote me.
I think we
So-
almost all of us agree that the best match was on
So
WWE.
two out of three of us agree WWF In Your House had the best match of both pay-per-views.
Yes.
Yes.
Both of them had a lot of bad matches.
WWF main event was much better
But-
than the WCW.
Yeah,
main
so
Well, yeah.
So okay, so we have two good matches.
War Games was awful.
So then we have In Your House having a decent match being the main event. But then we have like the promo side though. So we have Fall Brawl having a couple like batshit crazy in a great way promos. And the WWF had just kind of, In Your House just had kind of standard behind the scenes setting up a match leader, drama stuff.
Yeah, I would say both shows were bad overall. In Your House had the better match, but WCW had the crazy, wacky segments, which were entertaining. I would not recommend watching either show.
Right.
Yeah. WWF show was better. It had the better match. Even though I did find the promos on WCW to be more entertaining, WWF just better talent, and the reason why we like the promos is because they're so bad. They cross the barrier where they're almost entertaining, or better, funny. So.
All right. So overall, guys, what was better, In Your House or Fall Brawl? Let's start with you, Sid.
Well, even though In Your House had a higher volume of better matches or decent matches, just because it had one good one and one decent one compared to Fall Brawl's one good one. And even though Fall Brawl is an hour longer, I'm going to give it to Fall Brawl just for the sheer entertainment value of the batshit crazy promos, mostly being the Dungeon of Doom Taskmaster promo, which was fucking crazy. The Mr. Wonderful thing was pretty good, and then the clip of the Giant running over Hulk Hogan's motorcycle was pretty great, and then the ending killing Hulk Hogan was also like pure crazy. So
God damn it.
for that element of sheer entertainment value, I'm going to give it to Fall Brawl.
Clean Gene.
So overall, I thought both shows were really bad.
Really, really bad or just really bad?
Really bad.
Yep.
Thumbs down for both.
Agreed.
In Your House had the better match of the two, although the Pillman and Johnny B. Bad match on Fall Brawl was very good. I thought the Bret Hart match was better.
You mean the pirate match was better?
Yeah.
Let's not
The
let's
pirate
give credit
match.
where credit's due, guys.
The main event on Fall Brawl was horrible. And
Yes.
so was pretty much everything else on that show.
Yeah.
The only entertaining parts of Fall Brawl were the
Promos
really
and
cheesy
segments.
promos and the Hulk Hogan getting his neck broken at the end of the show. But
Witness murder.
because Fall Brawl was 3 hours and just was such a drag to watch, I'm going to give the nod to In Your House because it is only 2 hours.
Yeah, not only was Fall Brawl 3 hours, it was 5 matches over 3 hours. This was 6 matches over 2 hours for In Your House. So I'm also on the In Your House bandwagon here. I concur with Mean Gene this time around. We had a private discussion earlier. Mean Gene completely flip-flopped. And I can say that, because that's fine.
Who is Mean Gene?
Clean Gene, I'm sorry.
BG's an internet announcer and interviewer.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
Yeah. Don't know who he is.
BG Ogun.
Is he a wrestler?
He's different from Clean Gene.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
I don't know.
Alright, so we got 2 votes for In Your House, 1 for Fall Brawl, so WWF gets the win.
The official Monday Night Board.
This time around, guys. This time.
WWF In Your House.
So, do you want to stay cool, you guys?
Stay cool, guys.
Stay cool, guys. Ha ha!